Whenever someone is looking for a good budget CPU cooler, Thermalright almost always happens to be my recommendation. While this brand is known for its high-quality dual-tower CPU coolers and AIOs, the entry-level options are nothing to scoff at either. The Thermalright Assassin King 120 SE is a single-tower cooler that punches well above its weight, making it a great choice for any budget build. This specific cooler is known as the SE version, and it's an iterative improvement over the original Assassin King 120. Mainly, it adds addressable RGB lighting on the fan, allowing for customizable lighting. An even older and cheaper alternative would be the Assassin X120, but the King 120 SE performs better because of the denser fin stack and larger contact base at the bottom. Design-wise, this cooler doesn't look cheap at all. It weighs around 520 grams and uses an aluminum fin stack and heat pipes. This cooler uses a single-tower design, meaning it has a smaller footprint than Thermalright's beefier options. The coating on both of these components is premium, and the copper heat pipes have a direct touch base to make immediate contact with the CPU for better cooling. Other than that, you get a TL-C12CS fan with decent RGB lighting, and the fan housing itself features a light gray finish. You can also get this cooler in an all-white design if that's more your style. Out of the box, you get the single 120mm ARGB fan, a tube of Thermalright TF4 thermal paste, the single-tower heatsink with 4 heat pipes, and mounting hardware for both Intel and AMD. While the included thermal paste is an entry-level addition, it manages to perform well against pricier options like the Thermal Grizzly Cryonaut and ID Cooling Frost X25. Apart from the ARGB lighting on the fan, it's nothing inherently special. However, it does provide decent cooling performance with impressively low noise levels. The fan has a maximum speed of 1,550 RPM and uses high-quality fluid dynamic bearings for long-term reliability. Like most single-tower coolers, you can install an additional fan at the rear if you can manage to find more mounting clips. Installing the Thermalright Assassin King 120 SE is a straightforward process for both AMD and Intel platforms. For AMD, the cooler uses the stock backplate, making installation a breeze. Just attach the included mounting brackets, secure the heatsink, and mount the fan. On Intel, the process is just as simple thanks to the included universal backplate and clear instructions. The mounting system feels solid, and the screws are easy to tighten without excessive force. Performance-wise, this cooler is very surprising. When testing with a Core i7-14700K, it manages to cool an average of 225 watts, which is only 230 watts behind the Noctua NHD15. Considering this cooler costs almost 4 times less than the NHD15, this is a very impressive result. When testing with more efficient CPUs, like the Ryzen 5 5600, it manages an idle temperature of around 30 to 40 degrees Celsius, while maximum temperatures are around 70 at full load. Not bad at all for a budget cooler, and it delivers excellent performance with a low max noise level of 40 to 41 decibels. Even if you enable Precision Boost Overdrive, AMD's smart overclocking feature, this cooler will easily handle CPUs like the 5600, 7600, and any other chip with a 65-watt DDP. In terms of competition, you have the Cooler Master Hyper 212 and the ID Cooling SE 214 XT for around the same price. The ID Cooling and Thermalright coolers are cheaper and perform better than the Cooler Master, so the real choice is between those two. Realistically, there's little performance difference between the SE 214 XT and the Assassin King 120 SE, but the Thermalright cooler has better RGB and runs quieter. It's a marginal victory, but Thermalright is the better option here. In conclusion, there's not much wrong I can find with this CPU cooler. It's obviously not the best for proper overclocking or for more power-hungry CPUs like a 14700K, but it's easily the best budget choice you can make if you have a 65-watt AM4 or AM5 CPU. It's quiet, performs well, and features a clean design with RGB. Not much more I can ask for at this price. To sum up, what I like is the surprisingly good performance for the price, the low noise levels compared to most budget coolers, the dirt-cheap pricing, and the simple installation process. On the downside, it's not the best for power-hungry Intel chips. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped you figure out which is the right CPU cooler for your build. Remember, you can check current prices in the description below.